Hi guys, welcome back once again to YouTube channel. I really hope you're doing fine wherever you are, and in today's clip I just want you to watch this clip from Asian woman. Ashley came out and said that Jamaicans, they are copycats. Jamaicans, they are copying African culture. They are ignorant of their own history, and his arrogance and his disrespect has really made a lot of Jamaicans to be angry with her. Kindly watch this clip till the end, and then I'll be back with more comments.
Ministry of Education, I have a bone to pick with you. Why are so many Jamaicans ignorant of their own history? Why so much dunce people in my comment section? Oh my God, people, stop it. The Jamaican accent is not an African dialect. The Jamaican accent, like everything associated with modern Jamaican heritage, is in fact the byproduct of the cultural melting pot that our motto embraces. In fact, in terms of cadence, it's most similar to an Irish accent.
I've been shook enough now, to be honest, since the racing. A bit tired now and the legs are like jelly, but yeah, I suppose we did a bit of celebrating and did the podium thing and got to put on the podium pants as well.
You see, as early as 1656, Oliver Cromwell ordered 2,000 Irish children to be taken to Jamaica and sold to English settlers. The extent of Irish immigration to Jamaica was so prolific in the centuries to follow that 25% of Jamaican citizens can claim Irish ancestry. And this includes Bob Marley and Marcus Garvey. So if you never know, now you know. Again, out of many, one people. Number one, Jamaica is not an African nation. It's not a black country. We identify as an ethnically diverse society. People, please just stop it. Out of many, one people, Jamaicans. We do not hyphenate and we do not encourage separation by race. Number two, this one's mine. This is my granny one. This one is my mom's. And this is grandpa. Yeah, it's hardcover. Grandpa died a long time ago. If you are planning a trip to Jamaica and you don't own one of these, you're going to have to book a return flight from where you came. These are the rules. I'm just laying it down for you. If you go to Jamaica and you don't have one of these, immigration will stamp your passport and give you a set amount of time that you're allowed to stay in Jamaica. And if you overstay your welcome, we put you back on a plane and we send you back. You, not me, you back to the country for which you came.
I'm so tired of this narrative. It is simply not true. And I don't know where it started. I don't know who is trying to create this propaganda that Africans don't accept us in the diaspora. It is not true. A great majority of them love us and embrace us and want us to come over there and connect with them. Sure, you have a few that may be saying, oh, you know, don't come over here. But I mean, it's one and two, and most of them are just not in their right minds. Just like you have piece of shit Jamaicans, but I'm not going around and saying, oh, Jamaica is hell because you have a few people who aren't very nice. Check the comment section of the last video that I posted. It is full of comments from the continent, all over the continent. Even on Instagram, I have 50k followers on Instagram. About 90% of them are Africans. Africans love us, especially Jamaicans. Okay, maybe they don't like Black Americans so much, right? And you can understand, you know, I love my Black American brothers and sisters, but y'all are hard to deal with sometimes, especially when you come to other places where other African people are. You know, you come with your entitlement, you come with your attitude, you come with your complaining. Like, it's very difficult to deal with y'all because you're American, you know, and that's just the truth. But we love in the same way, you know, but it's just hard to deal with. But Africans love Jamaicans. They love Jamaicans. Ghana, they act just like us. They actually act like us. That's how much they love us. Come on. And the rest of Ethiopia.
You're Jamaican, right?
Oh God, here we go. I know you're trying to take it.
There's ignorant Jamaicans.
A video going around of what appears to be a Chinese Jamaican woman really coming for black African people from Jamaica, particularly those of us who live foreign, yeah, in relation to issues of blackness, Africanness, and the possession of a passport or lack thereof. People are sending me this video and ask me what I have to say about it. And the reality is, I have nothing to say to she. Any non-African person from Jamaica or anywhere else in the world that has a problem with Africans from Jamaica, yard or foreign, asserting our Africanness and our blackness, that a feeding problem. This is not something that we should feel the need to justify, apologize for, or even explain, especially when you consider the colonial and neo-colonial experience of African Jamaicans and how that results in the migration of African Jamaicans, as well as the extent to which the colonizer attempted to sever us from a sense of heritage and a sense of culture. That alone tell you everything what you need to know about the mentality of the smaddy will make that the video there. So I have nothing more to say about that except to affirm the teaching of Marcus Mosiah Garvey when Africans of his time were being challenged in relation to our affirmation and assertion of racial and cultural pride. Let contrary sentiments and cross opinions go to the winds. We are entitled to our own opinions and not obligated or bound by the opinions of others. Awo. Having said that, I was listening to Running African, hosted by Sister Kabo Ma'at Keru Wadeya, and she featured a story on some events and conversations that were taking place in Jamaica on this issue. Take a listen.
You notice that there is a big conversation going on here in Jamaica right now about Mark Golding and whether or not he's black or white. And you heard a response, well, you know, we have all kinds of people, because out of the motto is out of many one. So this is what we're hearing now, right? That, oh, we have Chinese Jamaican, we have Indian Jamaican, and so on. And the person who was speaking, I think it might have been Mr. Morgan himself, you know, called out every other race Jamaican apart from African Jamaican. That in itself was telling.
So it does seem, yes, that the African Jamaicans' assertion and affirmation of our Africanness does seem to make some people very, very uncomfortable. And we should be aware of this and what agenda it serves. But beyond that, make we assert with Africanness and with blackness without fear or favor. And not make nobody make you feel shame or make you feel like you do them something wrong when you assert your blackness and your Africanness. Our heritage and our culture cannot be bound by a passport and cannot be dictated to us by anybody other than ourselves if we are guided by the principle of self-determination.
Chinese Jamaican women is teaching Jamaican descendants their history.
Have comprehension issues, so we're going to try this again. There is a fundamental difference between Chinese laborers that were brought to Jamaica in the 1800s as indentured laborers and Chinese corporations linked to the People's Republic of China that is a communist government. So over here, we have these people, and they don't like these people, but they're the same people technically. So these people move from Yasso and come over Yasso with these people here. All right? These people soon come back. Now, when these people arrive, there are these people. As you can see, there's plenty Coca-Cola. We have ginger beer, Inca Cola, and orange cola. All right? Now, at first, these people didn't get along because they are separated by culture and language. But eventually, these people started to understand each other. And they're like, one day, hey, let's run a boat. So then these people brought their ingredients to the pot, and these people took from their culture and put their ingredients into the pot. This is out of many sodas, one stew.
I just want to repeat the question. Are you Jamaican or African? The question in and of itself is inherently flawed and reeks of bad faith. Because one, Jamaica is a country and Africa is a continent. Secondly, when that question, are you Jamaican or are you African, is asked, the question is not about a ancestry, it's about a present-day identity. Jamaicans are very much aware and claim their African ancestry. Many claiming the modern state of Ghana, claiming that the majority of enslaved Jamaicans came from the Gold Coast. while others lay claim to the modern state of Nigeria, claiming terms such as Red Evo and words like Uno being their rationale. And there's even a few who cite Sierra Leone as their ancestral place of origin due to the fact that many enslaved Jamaicans actually were sent back to Sierra Leone and the similarity between Jamaican patois and Sierra Leone Creole.
Hi guys, welcome back once again. I really hope you have watched the full clip, and what can really say just who is this Asian woman to tell Jamaicans what they have to do? Who is this Asian woman to lecture Jamaican people of how maybe they are ignorant of their own culture? And this is what really happens when you are too nice to strangers, because one thing I really know is that Jamaicans really like to be nice on strangers people or on visitors or on these tourists. Jamaican people really know how to welcome people or strangers, and whenever these people they are being welcomed and treated the right way, they just take advantage of Jamaican people, and this is the reason why they are coming out talking nasty things about Jamaica, talking nasty things about Jamaica as an island. Yeah, maybe, or she's just true, maybe Jamaica is not from Africa. We all know Jamaica is the third largest country in the Caribbean, and of all the Caribbean countries, Jamaica is the most loved and the most visited by a lot of tourists, and this is the reason why a lot of tourists are flocking to Jamaica. And whenever these people go to Jamaica, they just take advantage of how Jamaican people treat them. They take advantage, or they take the goodness of Jamaicans for granted, because Jamaican really know how to welcome visitors. Jamaica really know how to welcome strangers, and whenever they go there, they start respecting Jamaican culture. They start disrespecting Jamaican food. They start disrespecting Jamaican music, and this is the reason why this Asian woman, she actually came out and said that Jamaican people are ignorant of their own culture, and they don't know the history. They don't know where the patois language usually came from. Yeah, we can agree maybe some of this patois language was really made from Africa, and we all know Jamaica is related with African countries, and among all the countries, Jamaica is the most country that really love African countries a lot, because we all know the history. We all know the ancestral history is that Jamaica and Africa, they are related. And this Asian woman just want to maybe create some kind of maybe beef between African people and the people from Caribbean or the people from Jamaica, because of how we have all seen how Jamaican people really praise African people a lot. They really support them a lot, and a lot of African people, let me just tell, all African countries really love Jamaica, because they feel like they are kind of connected through their ancestral history, because we all know the patois language really originated from maybe Africa, because patois was created by slaves to communicate among themselves so that the slave owner will not understand what they were saying. Patois is a mix of the African language combined. That's what really creates the accent of patois, and a lot of people in Africa are really practicing to speak patois. This really shows how African people really love Jamaica as an island, as in a country. But this Asian lady just want to take the weakness of Jamaican people for granted, because these people, whenever they go to America or whenever they go to Jamaica, they just want to take advantage of how the Jamaican people, they have been able to fight. The ancestors has been able to sweat to build Jamaica, because right now Jamaica is in a place whereby it's so attractive to everybody. It's so much influential in Caribbean, because everybody is talking about Jamaica. If you tell someone you're from Caribbean, what's really come to his mind is that, are you from Jamaica? It's because of how Jamaica has really influenced a lot of, it has really make or lift the flag of Caribbean up there, whereby it has really make the Caribbean countries to be recognized a lot. And it's because of their music, because of Bob Marley, because of their food, because of their track and field athletics, and because of how these people really respect and treat strangers, most especially the tourists that are really flocking to Jamaica. And this Asian woman they just want to take over Jamaica. They just want to take the fruits of what Jamaican people, they have been struggling, sweating for it, because right now where Jamaica is a very beautiful island. Everyone want to go to Jamaica, and Jamaican people, they are really living a dream life of other people outside there. And this lady just want maybe to make African people to hate Jamaica, because she has really came out and said that if you really love Jamaica, why are you going to Jamaica and you're being asked for a visa to stay there? And if your days are being expired, you are being deported back, or you are being deported back to African countries. And this was just to pass a message that whatever how much you love Jamaica as African people, if you go there, you really need a passport. If you go there, you really need a visa. You really need a passport to go there and stay there. You are saying that you really love Jamaica a lot, but whenever you want to go to Jamaica, you need a passport. And when it's time it has really expired, you will be deported back to Africa. So we just want to tell these people, whenever you go to Jamaica, respect their culture, respect their music, respect whatever they do, because Jamaican people don't know how to hate someone. Jamaican people don't know how to spread some form of racism towards one another. Jamaican people, they're the ones who are the most loving people on earth, the most welcoming. And this is what really happened when you are too nice to strangers, because they start talking about bad things about your country, nasty things about your country. But one thing I really know is that Jamaica is among the best country in the Caribbean. And if it wasn't for Jamaica, even we couldn't know that other Caribbean countries that exist, or we couldn't know that Caribbean really exist, because Jamaica, it has really influenced a lot on the internet. Jamaica, they have really influenced a lot in the internet. And one thing I really love these people is how they have a strong faith in God. And this is the reason why their country is so blessed with a lot of things. Good food, natural food, the track and field athletics, their dancehall artists, their reggae artists, they have really influenced a lot of things out there in Africa. And this is the reason why a lot of African people, they are copying Jamaican culture. Even some Western countries, they are copying Jamaican culture. This really shows that this small island, they call themselves that they are little, but they are Talawa. Out of one people, they are one. And this is the reason why Jamaica is so blessed. This is the reason why Jamaica, it will continue trending all over online. And a lot of people will maybe continue hating it for how they are developing, for how a lot of people really love them, for how they show some much love and support to African people. We'll find other people really hating Jamaica for no reason. So guys, thank you so much for your time. If you have reached here, and if it was the first time you come across my video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for your time. May God bless you wherever you are. One love.